Onegaishimasu.
Actually, we'll start with these. So we'll do these kind of setai exercises that we do. You can also do them seated. So you can do them in any position. But we'll just start with the kind of vertical. The kind of rotation movements are a little bit easier, and the full so because the hips and the legs are really grounded on the floor. You can really just explore. So just start with a kind of vertical, very light, just through the spine, just like kind of elongate and sink. So kind of raise into the shoulders. Just let the kind of body. In this kind of seated position, there's more chance to kind of explore the kind of pulsing vibration movement. So just explore a little bit. Really heavy, rounded base. Just let the spine be nice and relaxed. And then just play with the front and back. So this direction is a lot easier now. Really explore this direction. A nice heavy base. And there's no real risk of going over the base, so really explore this direction. Try and be nice and free. And then the next one, side to side. Really explore. Looking at really much more on the spine. Allowing the right. And then to the rotation. Also, in this direction, you can explore the kind of basic, kind of staying kind of quite vertical. You can also explore really coming over the leg, push the leg, and over to the back. Not much more stability. Explore slightly different directions with the body. Really allowing the body to trying to kind of curl in. And the last one kind of waving through the spine. Okay, feet up. Shaking the legs out. Okay, we can start with the feet, so just roll through the ankles. Pressing to the ball of the foot. To the side. Rolling into the edges. Rocking through from the heel to the toes. Explore the whole base of the foot. Good. So that you can, that's nice and easy. Trying to maintain as much contact as you can with the feet. Keep the ankles nice and mobile. Turn both directions. And then nice and slowly rolling down, just opening up and rolling back up. So just down, and then go in the opposite way, so opening out as you go down, stretching back. So it's nice and slow. So feet a little bit wider, just coming down into a low squat. Just slowly sinking down further and further. Hopefully get the hands into the ground. And just start to gently kind of rock with the elbows into the hips. Just try to loosen the hips off. Down as far as you can. Raising up a little bit wider with the feet. And then just, again, sink down. Just start to rock, kind of pushing the knees away from each other. One side. Just explore, in this case, being a little bit deeper. Just start to really kind of try and open the hip out. Press it away. And then start to really straighten the arm that you're pushing with and looking over the shoulder. Key in this, so what you're really trying to do is open the hips up. Sinking down. And then from this position, just placing one hand on the ground. You can keep the kind of pressure with the elbow into the leg, and just stretching up here. Really opening the torso up. Stretch right up. Yeah. You kind of get a nice stable position. Opening the body up. One more. Good. Coming up, just stretching both feet back on the ground, right through the calf. Changing sides. Down a bit further. The front of, in this case, just the knee just above the ground. Just starting to open the hip out. Again, keep the feet both kind of hips facing flat forward. Down and then changing side. Again, just focusing on the hip, just trying to really open the hip out. Okay, changing sides, putting the hip into the ground. Just stretching forward. So this time, letting the front hip kind of collapse in. Again, just trying to really open out the back hip. Stretch the body forward. A little bit more of an incline with the body. Start to bring the hands forward. Into side. Slowly increasing the hip stretch. one last one from this. Just stretch out into kind of a similar position. In this case, place the left hand down into the ground, the one that's closest to the front foot. And in this case, with the opposite hand, just start to spiral away from the hip. And again, think about spiraling, but with an aim to really open the back hip. Just try and create a line from this hand, stretched hand, away from the ribs into the hip. Just try and really open that whole side up. Slowly release. Change side. Can't really stable position. Extend over the hand. Really open the hip up. Kind of loosen the hips up, just stretch back, sit into the hip. Just start to work into the shoulder set. Just coming up, stretching up, and really trying to stretch up through the shoulders now. Very good. Don't worry about the feet or the heels touching the ground. Just try and really stretch up. Right the way into the shoulders. And kind of pushing the arms away from the ground. Pulling the hips back. So it's kind of plank position. You're going to go from here. So you're just going to alternate press up. Yeah, and then coming down. Just really slow. Allow the whole body to do the movement. So really allow the whole body kind of fall into the ground. Nice and smooth and slow. And keep the breath. Nice and deep. And the last one, just come down into this plank position, low plank, and just hold it. Just keep the core engaged and keep the breath keep the breath going, flowing through it, and just hold the position. A little bit longer. Okay, we're just going to back up. Just releasing the hips back up, so just roll the hips. Nice and loose. Just really rolling through the shoulders. Allowing the chest to open as well. Forwards. And we're just alternating one side. And the whole arm come over. Big movement, opening the chest. Either side. Just rolling the figure eight movement. Together. One after the other. So just arms out, and just letting them swing through. One to the shoulder, and one to the into the lower back. Nice and heavy. You allow the hips to guide the movement. Work with the arms, so roll the shoulders, just kind of fluidly, so nice and flexible. You can work the whole shoulder blade through. You also do different positions. Kind of include the torso in the movement as well. Just let the rest of the arm follow. And really work into the shoulder blade. Much bigger range of motion if you can. And get into those tight places. And roll in the elbows, forearms, hands. Again, just really do this flexibly. So moving them to involve the shoulder this time. Just rolling nice and heavy. You want to kind of quality that's heavy and flexible at the same time. So nice and fluid, but with a sense of kind of density in the joint. And just really opening the movements out a little bit more. Just working with kind of spiral motions from the ground out into the hands. So keep it nice and loose. Just play with shifting the feet also, rolling through. Really trying to look for kind of spiral movements all the way through the body, from the hip into the hands. So it's slightly different movement. Spreading the hands out, working the hands together. Going to express spirals out through the hands. And then just really working with movement, so really moving the feet. And again, just keep it nice and fluid. Rolling through, again, explore different positions with the hands. Spreading the hands out, moving their hands together. Coiling through. Really looking for weight, center, forward spiral work through the body. Okay, good. We're going right to the ground. Do a little bit of Ukemi work. So just one side, left side forward. About 50, so just rolling down. And in this case, really use the arms up, coming down into the ground, and then right back up. So 2 points, really use the hand, towards this, and really also come forward. So you're also kind of rolling into the hip here, creating more flexibility. So do about 50, just rolling down, nice and then keep the breath rolling. That's 10 more. Good. Okay, just a little bit of a break. Relax. Do the same thing now. Whereas you do this really slowly, you just have time. You can jam in the same way. And I want him to just explore finding the ground, find the feet, standing up. And just take your time, really. Take a few steps. Take your time. Now the hips to find the ground. Sinking down. Again, really use the arms to do this. Find the ground, find the feet. And just raise up through the body. Then just take your time. Take a few steps. Relax the body. And what you're trying to do is really soften the ground. Get very close to the ground with the hip. Contact with the ground. You want to kind of really easy raising up to the feet. good. And then from this position, just look for something now a little bit more with a spiral. So you can kind of take a few steps in and then just find yourself curl into the ground, roll back, and then coil out this way. So just work now with kind of coiling into the ground. Do this in motion. Coil into the ground, roll down, and roll back up. And in this case, you can also explore fully come into a backwards roll. So coiling down, rolling straight back up. Just explore, take your time again, and just a few steps and really try and meet the ground now with a coil. Slow. That's it. Great. Great, very good. Very good. Good. Okay, good. We're going to forward roll. So, again, just working from the ground. So it's nice and easy. Just in this case, explore two variations. So you've got this one kind of basic we do from both knees in the ground, finding the hand, stretching the hand back, and just rolling over. The other one you can try is with the front knee still in the same position, and just kind of bridging with the back leg. So you open out the back leg, and then there's a sense of really coiling underneath this way. So just explore these two variations. Here and here. So one with the knees just down, and the second, the hip a little bit higher. And then you can really allow yourself the body to kind of tuck in, kind of creating a bridge and then coiling through the back this way. Nice and slow, forward. Slow and as smooth as you can. And then the forward, just explore again, coming from the standing into the ground. So not really a standing roll. You're going to really find the ground first, but just do it flexibly together, and then find your way back up. So just do this nice and smoothly. This is really a kneeling roll, but it's just got this kind of transition from the ground first. So coming down, nice and controlled, and control as you come up. And just explore this position. So Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, very nice. Good. We'll just do one more. This is a sideways, kind of yuko Ukemi. So, in this case, just from the knees down. And the key to this is just keep the head facing forward, so up or sideways. So you're gonna go down this way, really just based on the forward roll. So just come over to the side, down, and rolling over. And use the arms to basically create a track for the body. So coiling the body over, keep the focus forward. Just allow the body to come here. And hopefully you go in a kind of sideways direction. So just allow the body to kind of fold over. Try and keep it up. Very good. And then the last thing, just kind of freely mix these in. So in the same way we did with the backwards, just find the ground and then find one of the rolls. So really take your time with it, but you can do kind of forward, sideways, backwards, or any kind of crossover one. So anything you can think of, but just have this sense of kind of coiling into the ground, nice and slow, and just kind of roll through either one of them. So forward, backwards, ground. Take your time between the rolls, so no rush. Okay, good. So just coming back onto the feet, just shaking the body out. the spine, the shoulders. Just roll everything out. You know, sore point, roll through everything. I'm just going to the Taisabaki, so nice and big movement. Rolling into a Urimi Tenkan. And just keep the arms nice and soft. So just focusing on the lower body, keeping a kind of real sense of extension through the body, through the spine, and real grounded with the lower body. Nice and flexible. Get nice and free. Okay, and then just play with the hands up. It's kind of 3 ways you can use the hands or more, but in this case, just play with 3. The first one is like the hands and the hands and the feet move together. So this is kind of down and just allowing the arms to kind of find the feet this way. You're kind of curling in this way. This way.
Oh, you're frozen, Michael.
Yeah. Oh, still. Pat, 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 pat. Just allowing the hands to follow. Hopefully you can see. Okay now? No. Uh-oh.
It might be my end.
In this way, just play with the hands and find the kokyu. So you can do this a few ways. Just explore. So letting the hands follow the body this way. That's good. Yeah, the other way is allowing the arms kind of coil around the body. If you come in, coiling around this way. So you've got this kind of motion. Letting down. That's it. Yeah, good. Then the other way is like extension out. So the kind of classic one is coming through, allowing the hands to kind of focus forward. So rolling through and focusing forward. Focusing out. You've got one where the hands are kind of down. Down. One where the hands are coiling around the body. Coiling around the body. And the other way they are projecting out. Right. Okay, take a Joe. We'll look at some blending work with the hands and the body. So in this case, this is similar to Munodori in a Kinanagaya. So in this case, what you can do is we'll work on the first two, which are inside. So there's inside on top, and just really open these movements out. So you're in this position, just really opening out. And you transition into a grip on the opposite side on top. Really allow the body to sink low. Just again working on the koku work, extension, and pressing through with the ground. And then the second way you can work on the inside is underneath. This is like you were going to a shihonage. Yes, right. So just allowing yourself to really open this form up. Just really focusing on the quality of the movement. So you can kind of open it out. So. Awesome. Good. And then the other two, so coming to the outside and taking on top, so rolling around. Koku onto kotegaishi, koku nage, roll into the side. And again, just really focusing on the body work, weight, extension, and centering the movement. That's it. Great. And then the other one is to the outside and taking underneath, rolling out this way. We can go into Sankyo, yeah, a whole range of movements, and all the koku nages as well. Taking underneath and opening this out. Yeah, and then there's the other two you can do where you're actually bypassing the hand and you're going to go straight onto the body or use the arm. So the one to the back, to the other side, is like, think about Iliminage. So you're going to come right to the back with the hand. So this is like reaching to the far end of the Joe. So really pass the body through, and then you're working right at the back of the body, Iliminage, or these kind of movements. And then the other one is to the inside. You're going to take the arm really deeply in this way and then roll down with the body this way. Also, you can come down onto the knees. So this is a really big move this way, right through the back. Nice big cookie nugget. So coming to the inside and taking the arm. So these are two entries which are very deep, one to the back and one really around the front of the body. Use the Joe as a gauge. That's so good. Okay, good. And then just work with Ikkyo. So, and in this case, really take it to the ground. So, roll in, take it through, take your time with it, stretching through, and then all the way into the ground. Really connecting to the ground, and then nice and cleanly up. So all the way down through the ground. So just play with it. Different movements. Find an Ikkyo. Press in all the way to the ground. Keeping the extension nice and strong all the way. So you release it.
Michael,
Yeah,
question.
sure. Go ahead.
If we have Factory Ikkyo,
Yeah.
I go out to the side,
Yeah.
I Ukemi.
Yes.
This leg, does it come
Yeah.
here? Get the groin.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's like going into a hammy. So you're in this way. Exactly. I want to protect the groin, so I don't want to do that and leave. You've also got, if you think, you've also got the knee exposed as well. So the knee's in that position, you can really easily get a strike to the front knee. So you're actually in this position out to the side, and then this leg shifts this way, kind of right to the outside. So you're going into a kind of another hammy. So you're in the left side, and then switch it this way, and then you find the next position. Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's really like a shifting hammy through the angle. So
Cool.
the side and yeah, shift it. Yeah, exactly. And then just go to any other technique you can think of. So ideally ones that kind of finish in the ground, but if the ones that don't finish in the ground, like Yuminage, Tenshinage, just really have the sense of connection down to the ground. So strong extension and the sense of kind of pressing through the ground. The kind of Kokyunage movements, just have a sense of really pressing through into the ground. Or you can work with any other technique, Ikkyos, Nikkyos, Kotegaiki, just really flow through them and have a sense of connecting to the ground. Nice and slow. Shiko Nage, nice, clear, connecting to the ground. Okay, good. Very last thing, just without the jaw. So just imagine like a standing suiwaza, standing kokyuho. So you're gonna, in this case, really just focus on the hips, the hands. Allow the body to really sink, roll down, really press out with the body. So just focusing on the ground again, sinking down. Allow the hips to really roll through the hands, and then just pressing out this way. And just explore. You've got different kind of movements you can do. The key thing is rolling from the ground, waving up and over. You kind of change the feet as you do it, roll back with the body. Just explore this kind of coordination, dropping weight down and spiraling up through the arms. Nice and slow. Kind of coordinate from the ground through the hips into the hands. Try kind of one-sided or include both. Great. Okay, we'll stop there. A little bit of Ukemi, a little bit of Taisabaki. Let's see. Hey, どうもありがとうございます。
Come on.